Yo, welcome back to PunchDrunk ENT. You got your guys here with you, Mr. Swag and Aggie.
And I'm just Dan.
And we are back with another reaction video.
Another death battle. We got Alucard from the Castlevania franchise.
It's called Helsing. Call it Helsing. Helsing, yeah.
Was it Castlevania? I guess it's probably it's probably a public domain name at this point. Anyway, versus Dio from the JoJo franchise.
Yes.
One anime that I've been meaning to watch because it looks so flamboyant and over the top. I just want to see like what's the hype about, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched clips, but I never really sat and went through it.
That's all I seen.
I said it's good, man. So hopefully with this death battle, and this is why we like this type of death battle, because we have never really gotten to the lore of either character. Right. So we're going into this as naked as possible. Pause. But we're about to get right into it.
Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel, and show us some JoJo. We'll take JoJo love.
Let's go. Here we go.
Dio Brando, everlasting adversary of the Joestar bloodline.
Alucard, undying enforcer of the Helsing organization.
Vampires, the spawn of nightmares formed from the blackest pits of man's demented imagination.
Anime, basically the same thing. What do you get when you combine them? Two of the meanest monsters out there. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Imagine, if you can, someone so wicked that the sheer magnitude of their unholy dickishness literally destroyed the universe.
Damn.
You might think they'd have to be no less than the devil himself, but it was him, Dio.
Born a penniless street rat with a cunning mind in the slums of Victorian London, Dio was humiliated by his poverty and abused by his alcoholic father.
His bitter resentment and small dick energy would lead to a lifelong desire for ultimate power and immortality to reach a place over.
Wait, hold on. So I'm seeing here, Dio's actually a vampire as well.
But he's 123 species of the stone mask vampire. His stand is the world.
His shaman. He's a shaman king.
He's down too long in the midnight sea. It's like the name of an old song.
Down too long. Remember, it was an old State Property song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's something probably before that. I doubt they took stuff from State Property.
I know.
And he'd get his chance to act when he was adopted into the wealthy Joestar family. Dio planned to kill his new father, George Joestar, and take his fortune for himself. Only one thing stood in his way: his new brother, Jonathan Joestar, aka Jojo.
Dio tried to go all alpha wolf on JoJo by engaging in such classic sibling pranks as beating him up, molesting his girlfriend, and setting his dog on fire.
Oh,
hey,
gosh!
You give that creepy dog murderer what for, JoJo?
But after years of emotional manipulation, Dio's twisted assassination plot was foiled by his righteous stepbrother.
With help from the interfering Speedwagon, all seemed lost until Dio pulled out his Plan B, an ancient stone mask that turned him into a vampire. That's just bizarre.
Okay, so he's not technically a vampire like, say, Dracula. Instead of turning you into an unholy demon, the stone mask eliminates your body's natural limitations.
Making him way stronger, faster, and tougher than any human. He can hear a heartbeat through the ground, fly through the air, and hypnotize you with just a glance.
It gets weirder. Dio can create mind-controlling flesh buds from his hair follicles, vaporize the moisture in his body to freeze anything he touches, and fire beams of pressurized fluids that can split the sky.
Pressurized fluids?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes it's too easy with. Even more insane is Dio's healing factor. He's been burnt alive, impaled through the head, bisected, decapitated, lost limbs, filled with bullets, and had a huge hole punched in his chest not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Another similar vampire, Straight, survived being blown to pieces and just pulled himself back together.
All Dio needs is some blood to speed up the process, so he is basically a vampire. Though I guess the fangs are just for decoration because he sucks blood through his fingers.
Cool.
Dio used his powers to raise a zombie army to conquer the world and feed a baby to its own mother. just for kicks.
We've had a lot of real pieces of shit on this show.
Whoa, shit.
I heard Dio was a bad man, but okay.
Shit. Oh, wow.
Sheesh. It's crazy. A lot of stuff I know from JoJo is from watching like the old Two Best Friends video of Matt McMuscle. They always talk about different things and they put different clips from JoJo in their stuff. Like that's
holy shit. I like the grandpa, whatever his name is. He funny as hell. But Dio, I knew he was a badass, but god damn. Yeesh.
Whiz, but I'm starting to think Dio takes the cake. Luckily, his plans were foiled again by his old frenemy JoJo, who beat Dio's ass with a martial art that uses the power of the sun, Hamon.
Because, should Dio's vampire body be subjected to sunlight, he will instantly disintegrate.
So, what did Dio do? Well, he cut off his own head, killed Jonathan on his wedding night, and attached his head to JoJo's body.
Wow.
Cake taken, for sure.
After a brief century in a coffin at the bottom of the ocean, Dio resurfaced in Egypt and tried once again to take over the world. His ultimate goal was to create a world where everyone knew their own fate and could make peace with the inevitable tragedies life had in store. In Dio's mind, heaven.
And he'd make it happen no matter how many breads he'd have to eat.
After being struck by a mystical arrow, sure, why not, Dio gained a stand, the embodiment of a user's life force. Since they're made of psychic energy, stands can only be seen by stand users, and can only be hurt by other stands. Quite the obstacle for any opponent lacking similar abilities.
Ow! Hey, look, Wiz, I got a stand! I call it 99 bottles! Oh, shit! Don't worry, Wiz, I'll change you back with your Ooh, look, a giant beer!
Drink your boy.
That's such a pause moment.
As befits a god among men, Dio received one of the most powerful stands in history, the world, with its ability to stop time.
Time, huh? Thanks for the... Ow! Well, not only does his time stop get longer with each use, he can spam it as much as he likes. He's a massive troll.
The world is absurdly strong and fast, able to match the stand's Star Platinum, which belongs to Jonathan's great-great-grandson, Jotaro Kujo. He technically inherited it from Dio through Jonathan's body and bloodline, making Star Platinum and the world the same stand.
And both are two of the strongest stands out there, just as strong as Stone Free, which can punch meteors that were pulled to Earth in seconds.
By measuring the distance the meteors are from Earth, we can estimate they were moving at over 11 million meters per second. Factoring in their mass, they'd each have a kinetic energy of 441 kilotons of TNT.
Not that crazy when you can throw punches that are faster than light. No, really, Star Platinum kept up with this stand, Silver Chariot, which could cut a beam of light.
I say Silver Jerry.
I
say Silver Jerry. Like Jerry is
relative to the light beam, it must have moved over 1,500 times the speed of light. And Dio himself has matched Star Platinum on his own and taken its punches head on.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to Dio's secret weapon, the greatest weapon in anime history.
Oh yeah, truck at you.
The Steamroller. Turns out Dio's a hell of a chef. He can make pancakes and donuts.
Even so, despite having a massive god complex, Dio's still a careful tactician capable of exploiting an opponent's weaknesses.
Too bad he wasn't prepared for Jotaro to learn how to stop time too and murder the shit out of him. That's some hardcore karma right there. But it only makes sense that a dog murderer would die like a bitch.
But much like the machinations of great and terrible men, Dio's will was immortal. In time, his greatest follower succeeded in extinguishing the Joestar bloodline and literally remaking the universe in Dio's image, creating that heaven he always dreamed of.
I guess when you're named after a rock star, a movie star, and, oh, that's right, God, you're pretty much bound for greatness.
You thought your first kiss would be JoJo, but it was I, Dio!
Alright. Dio seemed kind of OP at the moment.
People whose lives have no fears, no dreads. For though the world seems full of good men, there are monsters in it.
But don't worry, jolly old England has it covered with the Helsing organization.
Founded by famous vampire hunter Abraham Van Helsing and led by his descendant Integra, this secret
That was
government-
I thought it was Pegasus.
So
from
this
Yu-Gi-Oh.
is, I forgot. He
did like Pegasus.
He do. Yeah, so this is more like the Van Helsing and everything.
Yeah.
Not the,
As I said, it's probably public domain where anybody can just use the name Dracula or Alucard for that matter.
it's a cool name.
I'm curious to see where the Helsing Alucard comes into play.
All right.
Or what powers he has.
I am too.
An institution has saved the world time and again with their secret weapon.
And what better weapon to hunt vampires than with one of their very own, the no-life king, the bird of Hermes, Alucard.
To most, his origin was shrouded in mystery. But under Helsing's employ, he was molded into an elite hunter, made even more vicious by his intense hatred of his fellow vampire
The last one.
kind.
Was a little girl doing what?
What?
Nah, that had something to do with Captain America. Captain America, are you behind this?
Okay, so is same canon as the original Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering. Like, where I don't know where Helsing takes their Dracula lore from.
Okay.
So
The original. Well, no, he's not, I'm sorry, not the original, but
I think that is the original. That's the first movie.
okay.
Bram Stoker.
Okay.
It's called him Stroker. It's like a porn. It gotta be a porn star named Bram Stoker.
It gotta be. If it ain't, I'm taking something. Let's go.
That he expresses with two of
His
the
name is Vlad
gnarliest
III
handguns
Dracula?
you'll ever pray to your infinite
Vlad
God to
the
never
Third
see
Dracula.
in person.
Hold on, DJ
Alucard's
Vlad.
primary sidearm is the Castle, a behemoth of a
454.
handgun able to kill most undead in one shot with holy bullets that can nullify a vampire's healing factor.
The Jackal is the handgun she told you not to worry about. 16 inches long and weighing 35 pounds. Its armor-piercing, hollow-point bullets, jacketed in blessed Macedonian silver, were built to annihilate the toughest monsters.
And after decades of clandestine experimentation, Helsing enhanced Alucard's vampiric abilities far beyond the norm.
Alucard can walk through walls, cast illusions, levitate, and move objects with his mind. Objects like, say, an ocean of over 3 million people's blood? That'd be an energy worth half a ton of TNT.
His psychic prowess allows him to read minds, communicate telepathically, hypnotize with a glance, and see through hallucinations with his third eye.
He's not a Triclops. It's more of a sixth sense that lets him hit bullseyes from a kilometer away and even predict your movements. Kinda like the Sharon gun.
Of course, he wouldn't be a real vampire if he couldn't drink blood. The catch is, when he drinks enough blood to kill you, he literally absorbs your soul. And that right there is the source of his most fearsome ability.
You just can't kill the sumbitch. Shoot him into Swiss cheese, blow his ass to smithereens, turn him into a literal blood puddle. He'll just regenerate his body, licking
we got
his
two
split.
characters who basically
Like,
can't
we've
die.
seen some overpowered healing factors on this show before, but Alucard's is just bullshit.
While he does possess blood and organs like a regular human, Alucard's body is, in reality, composed of an ethereal, shadow-like substance that he can morph any way he wants. This allows him to shapeshift and instantly heal any wound, and each soul Alucard has consumed acts as an extra life that he can spend whenever he's fatally injured. Kind of like a video game.
And after 500 years of unlife, Alucard has consumed literally millions of souls. What up?
Damn.
Yay, more beer.
Just like me.
What up? Helsing needed a beast as fearsome as Alucard to take on Millennium, aka Nazi vampires. That's like evil squared.
Like when Millennium SS Lieutenant Rip Van Winkle commandeered a British
Rip
aircraft
Van
carrier
Winkle.
as part of an invasion of London.
Alucard didn't like that very much, so he jackknifed it with an SR-71 Blackbird at Mach 3.
A fully loaded Blackbird weighs 170,000 pounds, meaning it's struck with a kinetic energy of 11 tons of TNT. That's as powerful as the US Massive Ordnance Air Blast.
AKA the mother of all bombs. And Al was in the middle of that and strolled out like it was nothing.
Just as impressive as intercepting Rip's magic bullets. Comparing the distance one bullet moved to the jet in the same time frame as the jet's own movement, each bullet would have to be moving at 1,500 times the speed of sound.
And Alucard caught one with his friggin' teeth. And after giving Rip's name a new meaning, he drove that aircraft carrier back to shore with his mind to fight two separate armies at the same time. What a
God.
goddamn monster!
It goes without saying that Alucard's immense power and bloodlust needed to be controlled, so 6 restriction levels were placed on him that he can release against dangerous opponents.
Levels 6 through 2 are for wrecking your ordinary ghouls. Level 1 is for your heavy-duty vampires, and for getting this gnarly demon doggo made from his shadow essence, Baskerville.
But there exists an even greater state
Shout
of
out to
power
Baskerville.
Alucard can release when he wants to end the world. Level 0.
Once activated, Level 0 releases every single soul Alucard has consumed as a sea of blood-soaked zombies. All 3 million of them.
Sure, with his souls gone, he can't heal as easily, and if his heart is destroyed, he'll die permanently. But the sheer numbers and power of this army from hell makes him virtually impossible to approach in the first place.
He's unstoppable. This guy's got to be like the king of all vampires.
Indeed, he is. Hellsing purposely kept Alucard's true identity a secret, all in the codename. Alucard backwards is
Dracula?
What?
Yeah,
What? Oh man, I forgot what video it was. You know,
Yeah.
you shocked a couple of you guys, man. Like a lot of people were shocked, like, "Oh, I didn't know Alucard backwards is Dracula."
Alucard sounds so much better than Dracula.
It does, yo. It really does.
While we got this pause, I want to apologize to y'all. If we're quiet doing this because we, like we said in the beginning, we don't have knowledge of these characters' background. So them going over all this is all new info to us.
Yeah, we're learning as it goes, man. We're enjoying this, so we're gonna keep it going. Enjoying the video.
Idiot.
over 500 years ago.
You put your part, he said
Wallachian
idiot.
warlord Vlad Dracula battled the Ottoman Turks for control over Eastern Europe and impaled thousands of people in the process. Hence his historical name, Vlad the Impaler.
But things didn't end up too good for him. Right before his execution, he took a big old sip of some blood from the battlefield, sacrificing his humanity in order to become an immortal creature of the night.
And that is when the legend was born. But it wasn't anything Dracula was proud of. He grew to despise his monstrous nature and saw it as cowardice. The main reason he hated other vampires so much was that he really hated himself.
Oh, that's deep, Wiz. Maybe that's why he always lets his enemies rip into him like a piñata of self-loathing. His crazy OP healing factor will fix everything anyways.
Millennium would exploit this arrogance by tricking Alucard into absorbing the soul and abilities of Schrödinger, a German cat boy who controls his own quantum state. This grants him pseudo-omnipresence and immortality. He can exist everywhere and nowhere, and cannot die so long as he can recognize his own existence.
But because Al had 3 million souls kicking around inside him, Schrödy couldn't recognize himself anymore, forcing him, and thus Alucard, to fade out of existence.
So Alucard spent 30 years killing the other 3 million souls inside of him until he could return to reality and his master. He undid his own unexistence.
No matter how spoopy the threat, Alucard will show no mercy. He's just waiting for the day he meets a noble human warrior strong enough to end his unlife for good.
But should he face a fellow monster, a fool who rejected their humanity like himself, he'll let loose the dogs of war, and all hell will sing.
I'm a dog. Then you're dog food.
Kibbles and bits, bitch.
Okay, I really want to watch that though.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
All right, predictions.
I don't know. They seemed evenly matched.
It does. I was really trying to listen to something that might give the other one an edge.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm hearing, it's a reason why I'm going for Dio. They said something about Alucard and everything.
Okay.
I think Dio might pull this off. Even though it hasn't been working for me, JoJo already lost to somebody already. And I'm saying, okay, they can't have JoJo lose twice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, listen, they keep throwing L's at Batman left and right. But I don't know. I hate when you have these God tier characters.
Yeah.
Because you're saying you can't kill either one of them, but somehow you find out how to kill one at the end of the battle. So, I don't know, man. Just going to reserve judgment.
But it's going to make for a great battle, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, we're about to get into it. There we go. Dang.
Right away. Huh?
Shot his car up.
You
interrupted my dinner.
Funny, I was just thinking about having mine.
Then by all means, take a bite.
I guess we know who the better hand-to-hand fighter is.
Definitely Dio.
Yeah.
Checkmate! How oh so very weak, dog. You thought you'd triumph.
You had to call him a dog.
It was I. Dio?
Had to call him a dog.
If I'm a dog, you're dog too. Huh?
That'll stop him.
Steamroll that bit.
I'm gonna enjoy hearing you scream.
Yeah, man. So this is the strongest move. All the souls and everything.
So can he beat 3 million? Can
I think so.
Take out 3 million?
What the hell are you?
A real fucking vampire.
Oh, okay.
Dio hasn't put the stone mask on yet either.
Right. And think about it, he can't see his what's the name?
Yeah.
His stand. He's shooting at Dio. You gotta worry about the stand. Stop time.
Those Marvel vs. Capcom 2 zombies.
That's what it look like.
Jill's zombies.
You want blood, you disgusting monster? Choke on your own.
Gosh.
I want to rule the world!
There it is. Stop.
They said he could spam it.
Yep.
Why not?
Check out his heart.
Face me, vampire!
I guess he already had the stone mask shit
Bow to
on.
your new god!
The bird of Hermes is my name. Eating my wings to make me tame.
Oh shit. I stopped time, motherfuckers.
Useless.
Murder, 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 murder.
Did they say Alucard, when he bites people, he absorbs their soul as well?
Yeah.
He hasn't bitten Dio yet.
Oh shit. The blood.
That's it?
Hey!
All right.
Let's fucking
Now
go.
explain this. Apparently, squeeze his heart and he's dead.
That's what he said. You squeeze his heart, he's dead.
Drink. It was in vain. Finger guns.
He may have been the king of the vampires in Hellsing, but Dio had everything he needed to clip the bird of Hermes' wings.
Alucard's strategy in most fights is to heal from an opponent's attacks until they get tired, then take advantage of an opening. But he couldn't do
So he
that
never
here
had an
because
opening.
Dio
Got it.
didn't really have any opening. And
There you go.
Alucard wasn't nearly as strong or as fast to compensate.
Alucard could survive crashing that jet and move 1,500 times faster than sound. But scaling from Stone Free and Silver Chariot, the world could punch relativistic meteors and move 1,500 times faster.
I
than
saw that. Like I
light.
said,
That would make Dio nearly 40,000 times stronger and 800,000 times faster than Alucard.
Hell, Alucard couldn't even see or hurt the world in the first place
Yeah.
because he's not a stand user. And since stone mask vampires from JoJo aren't weak to holy weapons like Hellsing vampires are, Al's guns were more or less dead weight.
Plus, Alucard just had no way to get past the time stop. Even if he did somehow, Dio could just freeze him on contact.
And considering Dio has taken punches from Star Platinum, Al would have had trouble doing damage even if he got the chance.
Dio's far greater speed and power meant that, given enough time, he could realistically kill Alucard 3 million times in quick succession. Without any viable options for attack or openings to exploit, Alucard's soul-based regeneration meant he would run out of lives eventually, and level 0 only sped up that process.
Sure, that army's nothing to scoff at, but consider the time Dio's eye beams split those huge-ass clouds.
Estimating the size of the clouds and the speed at which they moved, Dio's beams must have output an energy of over 10 megatons of TNT, enough to wipe out Alucard's army in one go, leaving him vulnerable. Just like when this other vampire, Walter, could have killed him by piercing his heart.
Alucard even
Walter admitted it himself.
Hell, Alucard's army is filled with blood. You know, that thing that Dio uses to heal? But Wiz, what about Schrodinger? With his powers, Al can't die unless he chooses to.
While Schrodinger's quantum immortality makes him impossible to kill normally, it is literally part of the story that Alucard cannot have Schrodinger's abilities and his greater array of powers at the same time, or else he'll no longer exist. We can't give him both Schrodinger and his standard powers without breaking the lore and rules of the character.
Even if we did, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't help him kill Dio at all, so at best it'd be a stalemate. Until Dio hypnotizes Alucard, asks him about his powers, and forces him to eject Schrody like the rest of his souls.
Shocking though it may be, Dio's overwhelming offense, impenetrable defense, and uniquely devastating abilities wore Alucard down until the No-Life King had no lives left.
Alucard got Dio-owned!
Boomstick, you tell the worst puns in the world.
That's right, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And hey, wait a minute, that was a pun. That's my territory. We talk about this.
The winner is Dio.
Yeah, I knew that. Stop that. Let's get it.
Thank you guys so much for watching the show. We really hope you enjoyed that
Who we
episode
got
of Death Battle.
next?
If you're looking for something else to watch right now, just click the box
I wonder
on
how
the
many
screen
episodes
and
left
check
in
out
the
Red
season.
vs. Blue Family Shatters, where the Red vs. Blue Zero crew gets up to all sorts of wacky antics. It's
Let's
really
see.
fun. A lot of people who worked on Death Battle also worked on this show, so give it a watch. Thanks.
Kuma?
Oh, shit. Kuma's back, y'all.
Give me MK and Shao Kahn.
Ooh.
We'll see that in a couple weeks. But as far as this goes, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They answered a lot of questions as I was kept talking. How to do that? And they covered everything.
Yeah,
man.
and one thing, and I saw like that's why we paid attention to it rather than kept talking over it, because you just want to catch certain things. So I think when they were talking about Alucard, is one thing they said. I said Alucard's not winning, because when they said his heart and everything, I said Dio's too fast.
Yeah,
he was too fast and everything. And as we were talking about during the fight, he's a better fighter. Main character
who won in the old fight they did 2 years ago.
I think that's why they did it again, because I think people probably got on about that. Like, no, Dio can do this to this and this and this. And they said, okay, let's go over it.
That's why your homework and research is important, and I'm glad they did it.
What do you guys think, man? Let us know in the comments, man. Do it like you always do. Shout out to Swagger, y'all.
Blended in with the background.
She really do blend in with the black background.
Wait, watch
But that was the death battle. Let us know in the comments, man. Did they get it right and everything? If you guys have any facts about it, do like you always do. Give us a fact.
Yeah, you Hellsing fans out there, did they do y'all dirty? Let us know.
But we out of here.
Click down below for the original death battle in the description, as well as everything we got going on from the merch at geeksunleashed.com. Get that merch on your body, hats, shirts, 2 different designs, all colors, all shapes, all sizes, sweats, hoodies, long sleeve tees, beanies, whatever you need, we got it. Get that merch on your body. Hit us up on the socials. Who's that?
I said today, shout out to Geeks Unleashed.
Oh yeah, Geeks Unleashed, man. They hold everybody down.
Yeah.
But check us out on the socials. And if you want to further support us, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon. Help you boys out.
Make memories, stay humble, live life. Swaggin' the Waggy.
Just Dan.
Death battle. PDE. We out.